Batley, coach and team leader with the gymnastics this week. Tell me, you two girls out here. How did it go?
Yeah, it was a really good week, I think, for both of the girls. They had some last minute adversities, travelling out, and actually are both really, really young, so coped with, some changes coming into the competition that changed the dynamic a little bit. So they both had a different job to do here. Eve was really working through some challenges of a hamstring injury, and as the week went on, became apparent that her job was going to change and she was going to compete on the floor, which she did really, really well. Prepared floor really well all week, no problems at all, really good podium. A little bit of a wobble in the warm-up of the competition, which I think is completely normal, and the reason, why we're here with these young girls, because you can't replicate this experience. The experience of the games is such a different format from any competition that they would have done, so you anticipate that possibly there's going to be wobbles or there's going to be mistakes going into a competition that's up on podium. So she was a bit shaky in the warm-up and really calmed herself really well and put out a good floor, exactly what she prepared. Couldn't have asked for her to do anything more there, so really good from her, especially for her first event ever on podium, and one this big as well. Quiva had different challenges. She had a lot of new elements that she's been one by one putting out this year, and again, a really young athlete, probably one of the youngest here, and you can prepare them really, really well. You never really know what they're going to do still at this age. It's a matter of experience, which obviously they can't have because they haven't got that yet, so preparation for Quiva was really good. She's just come out of a long period of injury, and for me, I'm just enjoying seeing her kind of find her feet there and tumble and vault and start to use her body a bit better. So she had a lot of new things. Training was going quite well this week, and warm-up, podium, excellent. And then we had definitely some challenges during the podium session. Didn't go quite as well as she wanted, and I know she panicked a little bit, carried that panic maybe around with her for a few rotations, and then calmed herself down, settled, finished off podium really strong. And then I kind of reflected that they were quite tired at this point. I think at this point the travel and everything was kind of hitting them, so we slowed down for a day, rested, a lot of kind of mental training, because at this age the goal is experience. It's about doing what they've prepared, ideally as well as they can. So the best thing at that point after podium was to take a kind of a down day, talk about the things that we can focus on and maybe do a little bit better. And then she went out and probably did one of her best competitions. She had a couple of really big mistakes, but really simple ones. So went out on floor, really nice floor, stepped out on one of her tumbles, put out some new skills on floor, which she was really happy about. Went to vault. I think the adrenaline kicked in then, gave it a little bit too much, over-rotated on vault. Nice bars. We had an uncharacteristic mistake this week in the competition on bars, so she had a stop there, which in fairness she hasn't done all week, so I don't think we were expecting that, but there was 3 pieces down, and then went to beam. Beautiful beam routine, actually, a big wobble at the end, so took a big deduction there. She bent forward and held the beam, but ended up really, really solid, clean beam routine, and she's proved herself really well on beam this year on a number of occasions. So I'm really happy that she finished the competition steady. She probably would have liked to have not had the fall on vault and the error on beam, but instead of I think when we look back and we look at what we could do better, or where we could improve, there wasn't a lot of little things, 1 or 2 big things, which is kind of better, So I'm delighted with them, really, because like we've talked about all week, the goal here for them is experience, and you can explain the format of the games and how it works with all of the nations and the multi-discipline, but you can't explain that. You're not really going to get that until you get here, and just even the size of it, the arena. So I think that with a lot of challenges thrown at them this week, but they came to do the job and they did the job that they came to do. I don't think they could have done it much better, really. So I'm happy with them. They're young. They've a few years ahead of them now, so it's back to the gym and upgrade the routines, increase the difficulty, and see can we come back stronger the next time.
Thank you.
Okay.